we're talking about Apple pulling Wolves from its wide release calendar.
Yeah.
Calendar. Now, if you don't remember, Wolves was basically this like buddy movie with Brad Pitt and George Clooney. Two huge names. We know Apple loves its stars. It brings in Joaquin Phoenix, Henry Cavill, freaking anybody and everybody. Leonardo DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese. They love names, but their movies at the theaters do not do very well. Now, this one I think is very interesting because I feel like out of all of the movies that they have made, this is the most I feel like publicly our public one that was going to be enjoyed by the masses, I should say, because it's the most, I feel like, widespread genre to where you can bring in all of these different types of audience members to where they could enjoy this type of film. But I'm just very curious, what is their movie plans going to look like? Because they haven't made any noise or any implication that they're going to take Brad Pitt's F1 movie out of the theaters.
No, they have no.
But they're going to take this one out of the theaters. I just think it's so interesting because, you know, everybody was highly anticipating these two being seen on screen again.
Yeah.
So it's always very, very interesting to see how Apple approaches the entertainment industry because, you know, it's not by any means on the forefront of their mind. Let's be honest about it. So yeah, because I mean, Killers of the Flower Moon did pretty well when it comes to critical acclaim. It got nominated for Oscars and things like that. And then, of course, Napoleon, people didn't. I liked it. People didn't like it. Just like Argyle, you said you liked it, and people didn't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, you know, it's very interesting to see how Apple is going to approach the filmmaking industry because of situations like these. They love the stars. They think, you know, they're kind of taking a Netflix approach to where if you can get big name stars, they think it's going to draw in that crowd, which is not true. So it'll be interesting to see moving forward what their plans for the movie industry is going to be.
I think, and I'm just basing this on a statement that Tim Cook made, you know, a few months back about how they have money. And they're not worried about box office success. I think their goal is to get it into box offices in limited cities that qualify for the Oscars, and that's their only goal. As kid balloons. I think that's that when you say what's their intention in the movie industry, I think they want to win Oscars, and I think they don't care about box office money. I think they make these movies with these big stars, and they know they have to be in New York, L.A., Chicago, whatever the little markets are that qualify them for the Oscars. And then they're trying to make Oscar-worthy films that don't have to make money. So you can do that when you have $500 million in cash on hand, right? You don't care if it doesn't make money at the box office like these other studios need. So I don't know.
They're taking a very Netflix approach to it. Which
yeah,
is very
basically, except Netflix is bleeding money. They don't have $500 million of cash on hand like Apple does. Yeah. But it is interesting, though, to see that approach. And there's a lot of I just watched a movie over the weekend on Paramount, which was a strictly for a Paramount Plus. It was called Finest Kind. Had Jenna Ortega and Tommy Lee Jones and Sam Worthington, a bunch of people in it. Really, really great film, but strictly for Paramount Plus. And I'm just like, are we going that route? Are we going to see the studios go, you know, maybe we'll just take our shot with the tent pole in the theater, and we're just going to make these other ones for the streamers? Because there's a lot of really good films out there. I mean, that's big stars in that film. And it was a really good... Jenna Ortega's like the it girl right now. And that never even got theatrically released. I'm like, what? So it's a very interesting strategy on how they're all playing these things out. I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
George Clooney has definitely came out and said he does not like where Hollywood's at right now.
No,
I'm sure this was a big reason why.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there are a lot of old school people that are like, movies are meant to be in movie theaters. They're meant to be in cinemas and not on TV. And I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. I think there are a lot of old school people that agree with that philosophy. And It's hard to argue when you watch the fan reactions like we talked about at the top of the show, and you see a packed theater of 300 people screaming at the top of their lungs with something as simple as a mask being put on. You don't get that at home. You just don't get that at home. You don't get that excitement, that. So the idea that some of these guys are thinking that we should just put everything on streamers and not worry about theatrical releases, that's sad to me. I feel like we need theatrical releases, man. We just do. Come on.
I completely agree. The status of the industry, like I said, it's kind of on fire right now, but we love it. We love it.
It really is. It really is.
It's crazy.